Hey there, this is Holly with National Fastpitch Academy, and today I'm going to break down Mia Davidson's swing. Mia is part of this series of the top 5 home run hitters of 2019. Mia had 26 home runs and was the second leading home run hitter of 2019 in NCAA Division I softball. So some other numbers of 2019 for Mia. Excuse me. She had 373 with 26 home runs, 64 RBIs with an 882 slugging percentage. She had 22 strikeouts with 23 walks, had an outstanding year. So this wasn't something new for her. She's been very successful throughout her career, but our freshman year, 2018, she had 370, 19 home runs, 48 RBIs. Also a really, really good year. She's already hit 5 home runs in 2020. So I don't know what they're going to do with those numbers. I'm assuming they're not going to count. She had 77 at bats with the 5 home runs. So let's go ahead and get to her swing here. Now, in her stance, I think she's already kind of started getting ready a little bit. I think her hands are normally a little bit higher than this, but you can see that her hands are moving down into her launch position, getting ready in a ready position. Her body is kind of getting in a more athletic position. So she starts a little upright. She gets in that position. And as long as we can get into that launch position really early enough, effective enough, in a really good position, we're going to be in pretty good shape. Now, it doesn't look like she has much of a stride, just a little bit lift and about an inch or two forward. And that's pretty close to that launch position right here. Her hands are back where they have to be. That's a key to launch position and a good athletic position there. And her weight is back. So everything looks really, really good at this point. All right. So then as she approaches her hands forward, you can kind of see this is kind of what we define as the knob leading or the hands leading the bat, this kind of path this way coming forward here. You don't want this bat to come out this way too early. You want to lead this way. That's a pretty good view of how that happens. Now we're going to look at this. We're going to try to do a view this way and get the ball path. And it comes here, pretty close to there. All right, now we can't tell exactly where the contact point is. I'm going to guess it's about right there. And this is the flight of the ball right here. So what's happening here, we'll go back. We can kind of see the flight of the ball is coming slightly down here and a little bit in that path, okay? Now that's important right here. So that we would call is not necessarily level. That's probably downward a couple degrees. Now when she comes forward, the first part we talk about a lot is the attack angle. Now the attack angle here, I'm going to make a point, is you can see that the barrel and the hands, barrel is slightly higher than the hands. Really important at this point. A lot of hitters, a lot of young hitters will have that barrel dropping already down here. That's where we're trying to approach. I make this point a lot also. The barrel is already up here. It's got to come down at some point. You just don't want to come down really, really early and really early in the swing. So it's still higher than the hands, but right here it drops a little bit, and she's got a little bit of lift in her swing here. Now this is not something I would recommend to a lot of people. I recommend to a lot of hitters. It obviously is working for her. Here's the sweet spot, pretty close to the sweet spot right here. See if I can find it. Okay, so that's a sweet spot in that area. She makes contact there. All right. Now, so the path of her sweet spot, if it stays red, is like right there. It's a path of her sweet spot. Okay, and then contact here, the bat is kind of coming upward at this point. Okay, so she's got a little bit of lift, a little bit of an uppercut there. So we talk about, as I said, this part, early part, that's your attack angle. So her attack angle, see if we can do it in white. Make sure it's white here. Her attack angle is something like 14 degrees. Now, most hitters, I recommend something less than 10, and that 14 degrees is not horrible. She's obviously got some power. She can get away with it and everything. I wouldn't think that her batting average would be as high because her margin of errors are really going to be tough. But we'll look at her other swing. Actually shows a little bit better, I think, attack angle we'll see. So again, that's attack angle. That's at 14 degrees. We're going to see if we can undo this. Now, the path the ball is taken here from this point to here is what we would call launch angle. So the launch angle is, if we can do, let's see, we do it might get a little bit easier to see. Launch angle there, there, there. Oop, didn't work. Oh, here. Okay, that's 37 degrees. So that's pretty steep. You want to be around 20 to 25 degrees, a little bit more, more like this to be line drive. Now she hits a ball over the fence. She gets it's a fly ball home run, but she's got enough power and enough ability to do that. If you don't have her kind of strength and ability and power, you can't get that 37 degrees that way. So that's a big major point that I want to make sure we're clear on that. Okay, and you can see also that her bat path comes doesn't necessarily come through it that long. She's got a little bit through it right here, but not too long. She stays on it. Her weight stays back. She stays tight in that front side. Everything that looks good there. She has not rolled over. She's starting to roll over here a little bit. So obviously you can see some strength in this girl. So she can get away with a little bit of a lift. If you want to, right there, you can see that arm behind the bat, the hands behind the bat, really important there before she rolled over. So she didn't roll over until way after contact. She stayed through it. It's a special type of hitter can do that with some lift without rolling over. That happens quite often. We get a chance, we roll over a lot when we get that lift in our swing. Okay, so we're going to go forward to the next one here. I want to show you, I love her enthusiasm. Let's go here. Yeah, she's got a bunch of enthusiasm. You can see her. Okay, this is a slow motion version of the swing, so which is really good. This is her second home run of the day. So actually really good here. All right, so we're going to go forward. All right, she kind of drops that slot, and then she comes forward here. All right, you can see the bat staying higher than the hands as we're approaching. The bat is going downward. Obviously, you're going to make this point again. So the height of the bat, the sweet spot is way up here. We got to get that sweet spot down here somewhere. Okay, I don't know exactly where the contact's going to be, but so the bat's got to go downward somewhere, of course. So we want it to be more of a gradual downward path. She's got the hands going forward. You can see the hands are coming forward. That barrel's not coming out. The hands are leading everything, which is really good. Hands are in front here. Barrel is still slightly ahead of the contact. All right, now she's dropping a little bit, but the ball is down a little bit more. All right, so this particular swing, you can see the contact, or you can see the path there. Really good. Okay, there. So we got the path of the ball. Looks like it's coming downward. There, so she dropped down. So we're going to come here. Okay, this is the true sense of staying through the ball with this. You can see that sweet spot is staying through the flight of the ball. It's a little slightly down through that whole path. It's beautiful there. All right, now here's the other thing. This is really important. This is a great example of through the ball. So if you see where her sweet spot, where she's making contact, here is where hitters make contact and go out. They make contact, fly out, and leave the path. That barrel will have a tendency to go this way instead of this way. Okay, so you want that barrel. So watch what happens with her barrel there. It's going forward still. Still going forward. Her sweet spot is still in that path. Her sweet spot, let's see how far, much farther. Sweet spot is still through there. Coming around it a little bit now, okay? So from, you can almost say her sweet spot, she stayed through the ball almost that long. That's crazy, where a lot of hitters won't stay through it very long at all. They'll stay through it just maybe at this length of time. Now the video before, she didn't stay through it but very long at that point. She's staying through it much better here. So that's probably why she's such a good hitter. She stays through the ball so much better. She is not rolled over. The ball is last. See where you can see the hands. She stayed through it here really well. The ball, she hasn't rolled over her hands yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Starting to now. That top hand is rolling over way late. An amazing example of staying through the ball. Amazing example. Love that example here. So follow that for you young hitters, you coaches that are teaching hitters and everything, trying to stay through the ball. That path right here. Okay. Outstanding through it there. I don't know what she's doing with her hand. She has intensity there, but she's staying behind it. She don't have to actually hold on to it. She's staying behind it really good. And eye contact, great. So outstanding example of a hitter, probably why she does so well. And the hitting, and watch her again. All right, so real quick here. I think this is the third home run. She's got a little bit of lift there, but she's staying through it there. And you can see the backspin. Boom. Make contact there, and the backspin, and staying through it. Outstanding hitter, does a really good job. She's got a little bit more lift in her swing than I would recommend necessarily. I think in that one before, her attack angle was right here, I guess. Her attack angle was good, a little bit more level than she got the backspin, because you can see the bat is still going this way, but the ball went this way. And it looks like it's a little bit better line drive. Yeah, 32 degrees, not so much lift on it as much. So 30 degrees is probably the max. 32 degrees and stuff, unless you got some power like she does. So outstanding job, Mia. Good luck to you. Good luck in your career, and hope to see more video of you. If anybody has any questions, contact me at Holly Knight at nationalfastpitchacademy.com, and all the information down in the description. Appreciate it. Have a great day.